Why you always lying? That's black people. But you're not just lying to other people, you're always lying to yourselves. And I don't know if this is a form of protecting yourself, but we lie to ourselves a lot. Let's take, for example, a lot of our Christian friends. Most black people are really Christians. I mean, outside of Africa, that is, because a lot of people that are in Africa are Muslim. But in the Caribbean and the diaspora, black people are mostly Christian. And you'll go to church on a particular day, and the pastor gets up into the pulpit and he starts preaching, oftentimes, using trickery on black people. Start telling you, if you don't give your money, you're going to go to hell. If you want to come out of financial problems, put an offering or sow a seed. And of course, because we all have so many problems in our lives, black people that is, when somebody come and appeal to our sensibility, we lose track of ourselves, we forget our reality. And so he or she tells you to sow a seed. These individuals live in big mansions, send your children to Ivy League schools. They are doing very well in life, and you are scraping at the bottom of the barrel. But because black people are so dunce and dumb, not all, but so many of us are so stupid that we fall for everything. And so he start preaching and he start telling you, if you don't give this amount of money and you don't plant this amount of seed, that, all kinds of hell and destruction is going to befall you. And because we are so desperate in this world, we go and we take the last dime that we're supposed to use to build ourselves and our children's future and give it to this pastor. Always allowing somebody to come to us and lie to us about something. You can't blame the other people, you have to blame yourself. Now this is where I have the problem. You go to church on a Saturday, mostly Sunday though, because this is truthfully speaking, Sunday churches for the most part, when you go in, it's filled with black people, and they're screaming and running and jumping, and as soon as the pastor mentions something about money, all of a sudden, they get all excited and they start speaking in tongues. Can somebody really tell me, what does money have to do with speaking in tongues? Because apparently the speaking in tongues thing is the Holy Spirit talking to people or talking through people. And oftentimes when the lack of our money thereof comes up, people tend to speak in the most tongues. But here's the trick. When the service is over, and if you were to stand at the door with a mic and say to the person, what how was church today? They would say, oh, it was wonderful. It was a wonderful sermon. And you say to that person, what did the pastor say? What did he preach about? They would not be able to tell you. They would say, oh, I don't know. I don't really remember all that he said, but it was wonderful. And that's how you know that black people for the most part, are driven by emotion. When they go into church, as far as I'm concerned, all they hear is pom 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 money, pom 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 money. They just want to hear that. And these pastors are experts because they know when you come to church, for example, on Sunday or on Saturday, or you come in the weekday, or you come early morning for prayers, you're already having problems. Anybody with sense knows that. So you come to church and you either want money, or you have man problems or woman problem, or you are sick. These are the things that, drives people. These are the things that affect us on our daily basis. Nobody has to be intellectual to find this out. And so pastors have found a way how to tap into this and how to really suck black people dry. But it's not just religion where we lie to ourselves. We lie to ourselves in our relationships with each other and with, outsiders. when you think about the black family unit, how broken it is very sad. And we don't want to acknowledge it. We fail to, accept the truth that our families are going to hell, and that we're not placing as much value on bringing up our children and, building our relationships. And oftentimes, when these relationships were thrown in the garbage, we hold on to it because we want to show the world how many years we've spent together in a stable relationship, when that relationship is garbage. It should have been dashed away long time ago, because we're busy trying to get through the years, not together, not to sort of build a bond that cannot be broken. We are busy trying to, heap up the years to say we've been together for 30 or 40 years, when it is not worth 1 year. It is not about the amount of time or years that you spend together. It's the quality of those years that you spend together. So if I'm in a relationship with somebody, and, the relationship is garbage from day one, it doesn't make any sense for me to stay in the situation for the next 25 years, because I want to prove to the world that I know how to stay in a long-term relationship. And oftentimes we judge individuals who, date a few people here and there, because, it doesn't work out for them, and they're not prepared to stay in some garbage relationship just to make the world feel like they are stable. Some of these situations we find ourselves in, we're supposed to let them go, cut them off, and run. If you're going to be single and divorced when you're 50 or 60 or 70 years old, do it when you're 30. It's better to be alone, spend time alone, getting to know yourself, getting to fix the things about you that needs fixing. Because a lot of us need fixing, and we can't expect the other person to fix us. And sometimes when we look and we see the other person in that relationship is only there physically, you might as well be gone. Because without emotional and, spiritual connection with your partner, it doesn't make any sense. We lie to ourselves so much. And sometimes when I am having these conversations, I know all people see is that's all they hear from me. Because sometimes I just tell myself, why don't you just shut the hell up? Because black people are going to believe what they want to believe. They're going to do what they're going to do. Earlier today, someone told me that, I erred in thinking that I should forgive everybody. He says that, or she, I'm not sure, says that I must learn to love my enemies. Well, sir or lady, I'm not sure based on your screen name, I refuse to love my enemies. That's a lie. Not a lie that I will not tell myself. I will not love my enemies. I hate those who hate me, because I can't love myself and love someone who hates me. Those two things just don't add up. But it is your life, it is my life. We are going to do what we want to do. Destiny is going to allow us to do what we must do. And so as you keep on keeping on, whether it be in believing your lies or changing the things that you can change, I will continue to do the same thing. Work on me, figure out what is my life's purpose, but I will not lie to myself in the process. Be blessed, African people. Think on these things.